Hi guys, welcome back to another podcast. Today we have a special guest. We have Tamuka Mucha. Welcome, Tamuka.
Thank you. Too much is here with you. How's it going, James?
Very good, thank you. Very good. Tamuka here is a professional boxer. He's from Reading. Was it 18
18 fights, 17 wins.
So he's pro level. He's going into the big games. So obviously keep an eye on TV. Also see our Instagrams and stuff. Just see where it leads to. But so Tamuka, thank you for coming today.
It's a pleasure.
So I'm going to go for a couple of questions. Just want to understand your life a little bit more, where you've come from, and how you decided to obviously go into the boxing career.
Yeah.
So my first question to you is, what made you get into boxing? How?
You know what? Yeah, it was a bit of a weird story. When I was young, I was a fat chubby kid. You know, should I look in the camera or should I look at you?
You can look at me. You can look at you, but you'll do both because it's just natural and so.
Yeah. You know, like I'll probably look at you. As I grew up, I was a chubby kid. You know, and and I went to the boxing gym to lose weight. I think I weighed about when I was about 13, 14. I weighed about 105 kgs, and I went to the boxing gym, and then I remember everyone looking at me like, there's no hope for this guy. I wanted to lose weight initially, you know what I mean? And then I've gone to the boxing gym, I get there, people are looking at me funny, and then I'm like, you know, like when you make that mind up, like, yo, I'm gonna do this thing. I just said to myself, I wanna do this boxing thing. I remember I'd been watching Mike Tyson knock people out on the internet, and I said, I wanna do this. This is what I love, because I love to fight. I went to the boxing gym, and people looking at me all funny, but it didn't stop me. I started training that day. And then by the time I got to 16, I lost all that weight. I was down to about 73 kgs.
Whoa, well done.
And then I had my first fight, and then that's how I started, man.
Oh, excellent, good stuff. So that's the next question. Actually, so you grew into deciding. Whereas obviously myself, I thought I need to do it. Yeah. And you grew into it and gone to it, and then it's just gone. That's it. I've got my life is now. From there, so like
a lot happened. So you want to hear the journey to pro?
In dosage, yeah. So you went from then, and then where did you jump to next?
So I had my first fight at 16. Within that first year, that was my first time fight. I won a few more fights, and I went because I was showing so much potential and talent. My coach put me in the junior ABAs, which are called Amateur Boxing Championships of England. Very good amateur competition. It's a national competition. It's the best in the country. You win that, you get on the GB squad and all this, and you get opportunity. So I got in there. I think I got like a bye in the first round, and then I went to the semi-finals in London. I boxed a guy called Obi Agbanuk from London. I lost to him in a good fight. He was more experienced than me. He had 9 fights, I had 2 fights. But I gave him a run for his money. I think I might have lost by split decision, but you know what, I showed people like, yo, this guy means business. So I think after that fight, I might have had 2 more fights, and then the season ended, and then my coach entered me in what's called the Junior Novice Championships. You know, and like which are for people that have had under 10 bouts.
Oh wow, okay.
And then it was another national championships as well within the ABAs, and then I entered that championship, blasted everyone through it, mate, blasted everyone through it, won it, and then people were like, yo, this guy, he might have a little something, but still they weren't convinced because it wasn't the big national one, it was the junior, the novice, you know what I mean? So I boxed a couple of times, went into different championships, never really won anything, but was showing really good promise and really good talent. And when I was 18, I had a choice to either stay in the championship. When I was I was 18. I had a choice to either go in the junior championship 1 more year, or go in the senior championships and start aiming for the Olympics. So me and my team were like, look, Tam, you got so much talent, you could make it to the Olympics. So we went into the senior championship, and then I was beating up everyone, man. I got to the semi-finals, and I got distracted by girls. You know, I lost focus. I'm not gonna lie, girls are beautiful. I love girls. But now I'm disciplined a lot more. But you know what I mean? Like I got distracted by girls. I wasn't training properly. Went to the semi-finals, got beat. So for the next year, I decided, you know, I'm gonna get serious. This time, no girls. You know, so I was must have been about 18 going into 19. and then I started training. So from September, so the championships usually start in they start in about April.
Yeah. Okay.
And then for me, I started getting disciplined and focused in September, because I was like, I lost it last year, not this year. You know what I mean? Went into the championship, won the Senior Amateur Boxing Association of England. Now this is the biggest championship in England as an amateur.
Yeah.
You know, and like I was the first person from Reading to win it since 1978, and I won it in 2012. And since 2012, no one from Reading has won it. You know what I mean? And like, after winning that, a lot of opportunities started coming at me. So I first went on the GB boxing squad to try and to try and kind of establish myself within that and get to the Olympics. I boxed in the GB championship. I won a silver medal, losing to a guy called Anthony Fowler, very good boxer, in the finals. And then I took home a silver medal. And then after that, I got a deal to turn professional from Chris Saniga, very good manager. He managed C. Lee Selby to a world championship, Glenn Catley to a world championship, and Lee Haskins to a world championship. And he's a multiple British champion, European champions, intercontinental champion. Very good manager. So when he offered me the deal, I was like, you know what, my coach at the time said, you know what, Tam, this is the best deal to take. So we went out there and we took it. And it's a
big jump. That's really good. So obviously now you're in that line of you're still with the current manager.
I've changed now. I'm now with Dave Caldwell.
Okay.
A very good manager. Works. He's developed. He was Tony Bellew's coach and manager. I think.
Wow. Yeah, you'll get.
And hopefully I'll get the big fights. You know, that's the plan. So now I'm with Dave Caldwell. So should I give you my journey through the pros?
Name a couple of them. Yeah, that'd be fine. So that'd be good. Yeah, go through the main pros you obviously seen or going to fight, want to fight, and then that'd be good. We'll go on to
so obviously my journey as a pro, I've had 18 fights, 17 wins.
Yeah, good stuff.
I was blessing everyone throughout the fights, throughout the professional scene, showing people that I'm a high top class talent. And then I was finally awarded an opportunity at the Southern Area title. And this was on a matchroom boxing show to fight a guy called Eric Ochieng. Very good fighter from London. Eddie Hen put together the show, went to the show, and then people were like, yo, Tam, this guy Eric Ochieng, he's dangerous. They've brought you here to lose. You're not going to win this fight unless you knock Eric Ochieng out. I said, I've come here to win regardless. So I'm going to show these guys what I'm really about. And I remember going into that fight, I clipped Eric Ochieng in the second round with a big left hook. He was dazed. I must have hit him with about 50 punches. But they didn't stop the fight because they were trying to protect him, and they were trying to make sure that they give him the best possibilities to win. Yeah,
because he's got to keep his level.
Because he's you know what I mean, he's the A side. I'm the B side, and that's how it works in a fight game. The B side is never given a right just process, but that's the fight game, and you have to go out there and you have to prove yourself. I can't just come out here and expect to be treated with high regard without proving myself. So I went out there. By the 6th round, I was looking amazing, and I clipped him with another left hook. And then I remember I was beating up with because I remember after the 2nd round when I hit him with 50 punches, I looked at the ref like, ref, you're not stopping this fight. If this man gets hurt, it's not on me. I have to do a job in here. I have to win. You have to ref as a job and stop the fight. If you choose to protect this fighter and not stop the fight and I hurt him, it's your fault. You know what I mean? Because it can't be on. I'm not the one that's responsible for this man's life. I'm responsible for winning the fight. I mean, don't get me wrong. Boxing people die, and I don't want to kill anyone. But I know I also want to win. I would never want to kill anyone in a boxing ring. I think a lot of fighters have said it's traumatizing. It's quite traumatizing. You're never the same after you've killed another person in the ring. So and I was looking at him, I was like, you don't stop the fight, it's on you, not me. So in the 6th round, I clipped him again, hit him with maybe 2 shots. The ref jumped in, he was like protected that man's life. I'm very thankful to that ref because if he hadn't stepped in, I was still gonna hit him with another 50. I was still gonna hit him with another 50. So picked up the Southern Area Championship. was really starting to get recognized within the rankings. I think I must have made it into the top 10 by now.
Yeah,
you know, really like I must have been like ranked number 6 or 7 in the UK. Wow. People were like, yo, this guy is serious, he's going to the top. The guys at the top, number 1 and 2 was Kell Brook and Amir Khan at the time, and I think I forgot who are the fighters that were in between. And then like you know, had a few fights. Fought a guy called Tommy Tear from Slough. Defended my Southern area title against him, beat him. And then after Tommy Tear, I had a few fights in between. I decided, you know, we're gonna go for bigger opportunities and try and get to the British title. So I vacated the Southern area title, and then I fought a guy called Paddy Gallagher. Paddy Gallagher, we fought in a British title eliminator. You know, this was my fight number 16 now. So this is fight number 16. We fought for the Southern area title. For the British eliminator to get ranked within the British title ranking, so that I can get to the British title. And like this was a good fight. It was on Channel 5, Wembley Arena, 16,000 people, media. You know, this was the big deal. I went out there and I did a job on him. I'm not gonna say I destroyed him. It was a tough fight. You know, it was a tough fight. And then like I remember, I think I took it on majority decision. You know, 2 of the judges gave it to me. 1 of the judges gave it a draw. And then took it on majority decision. Now I was the man. Now I had been established. Made it into top 5 ranking in the UK. You know, I was on my way to the top, confident. Girls are coming at me again. You know, girls are coming at me again. You know, and like this that happening. I'm now making loads of money, sponsorships. You know, and I dropped the ball, mate. I'm not gonna lie. I lost focus. Went into the 17th fight against a guy called Serge Ambomo, and like, you know, a few things happened before that fight to distract me, and like I went into the 17th fight against Serge Ambomo, and I remember 3rd round we're fighting, the fight's on YouTube. I hit him with a left, drop him. I'm like, oh, this is just another day at the office. He comes back in the 4th round, he drops me. Now I'm shocked. First time I've ever been dropped as a pro. You know what I mean? I get up, you know, and we're fighting back and forth. And the ref is looking like, you know, he's about to jump in to stop it. I was like, ref, don't you stop this damn fight. You know, and then like I went to points, lost by 1 point. Lost by 1 point, and like you know, I had a lot of things in between that fight. I think I might, from the Surge fight to my next fight was 2 years of cancellations and disappointment. So we set up a fight with a guy called John O'Donnell. This was the British final eliminator, because Serge Ambomo was an international fighter. Chris Saniga, being such a good manager that he is, he managed to keep me in the rankings, and he said, look, Serge Ambomo is an international fighter. We want to keep Tam in the rankings. Can you still put him for a British final eliminator? And then we went to the Board of Boxing and they looked at it and they were like, okay, we're going to put him in a British final eliminator. He wins the next fight, he fights for the British title. So we set up a fight with John O'Donnell. He pulls out. I'm like, what? Okay, fair enough, it happens, he's injured. He set up another one, you know, and he pulls out again. Now I'm getting anxiety. You know, sponsors are getting a bit tense because they're like, look, 7 months you haven't fought. We're paying you all this money, and I'm like, look, and I'm not earning money from boxing as well. You know, and I remember, you know, at that moment, I started to get anxiety, started to get panic. We set up a 3rd fight. He pulls out again, but this time they put in a late replacement within a week. The late replacement they put in was a guy called Freddie Kiewit. Freddie Kiewit, if you know him, he's a very good fighter, amazing fighter from London. You know, he's been a champion. He had the WBO European title. Like he's a well-established fighter. I remember, you know, thinking to myself, I don't feel right for this fight. And then like I wasn't feeling well. Things weren't like the mental stress of John O'Donnell pulling out 3 times was getting to me. I decided to put, I wasn't feeling well. I decided to pull out of that fight. And then what happened after that? Yeah, a lot of people were like, what's going on? 3 fights cancelled. 3 fights in a row. Sponsors are now getting on edge. I start losing sponsors left, right and centre. And like things just get difficult from there. And then that's when I met Derek Chisora. I explained to him what's going on, and he said, look, you're a young man, I like you, I'm going to help you. And then he took me to BT Sports. And we signed a deal with Frank Warren. And everything was looking like it's about to go ahead. And then we set up a couple of fights, they got cancelled again. And then I was like, mate, I've had like 5-6 fights cancelled. What the hell is going on? I've lost I think I had 1 sponsor left, and that was Jim Flooring, I appreciate Jim Flooring, he supported me a lot through the years. And those were my last sponsors. I lost them, and after I lost them, I remember just feeling so devastated because they were my last sponsor. And then I had to start working. I had to start doing personal training, and the journey got difficult from there. And then I remember, trying to set up a couple of, I think 1 more fight after that. It got cancelled again, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why is just bad luck happening to me? And then things take a turn. So I decided, look, I'm gonna leave Frank Warren. And then Derek Chisora said, come to Dave Coldwell, because he was getting trained by Dave Coldwell at the time. And then he said, come to Dave Coldwell, he's gonna manage you. And we went and signed a deal with Dave Coldwell. And then last year, 2018, I had my comeback fight against Fernando Valencia. From Spain, beat him comfortably, and then and now we're on our way to the big fights. The plan now is to target the big names: Josh Kelly, Chris Jenkins, who's got the British title, Conor Ben. But obviously, first, before I challenge those guys, there's a guy from your hometown that's called me out. There's a guy from your hometown. Do you know his name?
He trains it's in the Reading gym. What's it, I've been there a couple of times. I might change his name now, but all the pros and semi-pros training.
Core Fitness, is that the gym?
Mark rings out.
So Mark Bamford, Mark Bamford was one of my sponsors. So he was a sponsor that I was telling you did the bare knuckle fight. Have you seen that? I don't know if you put it up with the video on. CFU. So Matt Benford is my. He's actually still sponsors me. He lets me use this gym for free.
Okay, good stuff.
And he's an amazing guy. And then so this guy's called me out, and the fighter that I am, I can't back down from this fight. He beat my friend last time. When on the show that I fought Fernando Valencia, and after he beat my friend, he called me out publicly. But he also called me out publicly, disrespected Reading, and all the Reading guys, all the Reading gangsters, they were in the crowd and they didn't like that, and that caused an outbreak, and then it turned into there was a brawl because of that. They were all trying to attack him because he disrespected Reading. He should have just called me out and kept Reading out of it, because it's not about the towns. Or it's about the fighters. Even though it's from Bracknell and I'm from Reading, for him to disrespect Reading like that, that wasn't the right way to go about it. So he's disrespecting Reading. The Reading crowd there didn't like it. They tried to attack him, and then it just turned into a massive fight. Things get crazy, and then police get called, security get called. I remember my team taking me to the back, and just to make sure that I'm protected. And after everything cooled off, they brought me out of the building. So obviously now he's I was actually calling up Conor Ben and Josh Kelly, and then he decided, I shouldn't fight them, I should fight him first. And I said, you know what, I'm willing to oblige, so let's fight. Derek Chisora is a good friend of mine, and he's fighting Usyk next. And he had said to me I can be on his undercard. So God willing, if it's meant to be, me and Luther can fight on the undercard. If not, we can talk to Eddie Hearn, and he can put the fight on Sky Sports. So that's what we're in the process of putting together at the moment.
Excellent.
And like I feel like after I beat Luther, I'm gonna be back established where I need to be. I head for the British title, and the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
So that's my professional journey so far.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's a big future goal to go for. Well, you're already there, to continue it. Answer about 90% of my questions, but that's good though. But yeah, that's interesting. So I'm glad everyone goes from patches. So maybe you need that to go forward.
Exactly.
It's just this way of life. No, it's never
the way
perfect.
of life. You know what I mean? It's the way of life, and like trials and tribulations, mate. I faced some trials. I've trials and tribulations. I've come out of them, and I'm on my way to re-establish myself and become the champion that I once was, and reclaim my glory within the Berkshire boxing rankings.
Yeah, excellent. I think you'll get. So you're currently at the moment still on 5.
5 what?
Rank 5.
Oh no! Because of inactivity, I'm currently ranked 20. But after I beat Luther, I'll be straight back up.
So it's always going to be like that.
So because of inactivity, I've lost the ranking a bit. But after I beat him, I'm back.
Yeah, you'll get back to even better. But at least you got that. It's not
gotta
stopped.
take care of him. Gotta take care of him.
You'll take it. You'll do it.
Won't be a problem. You hear that, Luther? You won't be a problem.
Hopefully he sees it, see what happens with that one.
I'll send it to him in his inbox.
Exactly, get over to him. Everyone call me, go. Scary stuff. Right, so, okay, so let's go on your personal life. So let's start with, what do you, on a day-to-day basis, what do you enjoy doing outside of boxing?
Well, at the moment, obviously, because of COVID-19, we are, we're all, social distancing, and like I'm in the house with the family, training when I can, go to the garage, go to the treadmill, go for a run, and I've got a bag in the garage. Okay, good stuff. Which is good, which helps me out. But on my normal day to day, I would like to live your normal life. Normal day to day would be waking up, going training. Another one of my sponsors, Buzz Gym. I like using Buzz Gym, so usually I'll go Buzz Gym, run on the treadmill. I like sometimes I like to mix it up between running on treadmill and running on road, because running on treadmill is good for the knees. Yeah, excellent. And like if you're always running on the road, you can end up having a lot of knee joints problem, all of that. So running on treadmill is quite even, it's quite soft, it's quite well leveled. So I'll go Buzz Gym, wake up in the morning, go Buzz Gym, do a little run on the treadmill, go back home, prepare breakfast, because I wake up so early. Usually I'll take a little nap. Or go to the gym. Actually, most times I'll usually go to the gym, and like I'll do a little morning workout. And then after my morning workout, come back home, take a shower, have some lunch, and then take a little nap. Wake up. I like to play video games. One of my current favorite game at the moment is a game called The Last of Us. It's about killing zombies, you know what I mean? And like I love killing zombies, so I'll take out some zombies, probably I might watch a few programs, and then go to the gym for an evening session. Okay, excellent. Do the evening session, come back home, have dinner, sleep, and then probably repeat that process throughout the week. Weekends, I'll probably go chill with my friends. I'm an active type guy. Just general everyday stuff. Good. You're not stuck in the zone doing nothing. And then for fun, I can tell the fans what I like to do for fun. Because I'm an active type guy. I like to do things like like go-karting, jet skiing, especially when it's the summertime. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19, they're ruining my chances of jet skiing. You know what I mean? Like the weather is nice right now, but there's no jet skiing for me this summer. But I like in Bristol they have this thing that I want to try out by Virgin. It's called it's like buggy driving, where you like buggy driving, whatever.
Yeah,
it's
up
in
and
Bristol.
down.
Yeah.
And stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to try that. I haven't done that before, so like I want to try that, and like you know, I'm not really a going out type person, going to the nightclubs and things like that. But I might go out if it's a friend's birthday party and they're having an event or something like that. I'll probably go out, but I try and live the life of an athlete as much as I can, and like I try and live a disciplined lifestyle that doesn't involve me getting into confrontations and situations with people, because you know people are always trying to test you, you know. And that's you
just want to stay away and just normal life.
Normal life. Just do my thing, man, because like you know, I used to like, even like when I go out once in a while, the fights that break out, you know, the things that go on, so many stabbings, shootings, and you're like, man, this is crazy. I don't need this in my life. So like, you know, I'm not really a night person, but I like cinemas. I'll go cinemas. You know, ladies, I'll take you to the cinemas.
Are you single as well?
Yeah, I'm single at the moment.
There we go.
So hey, hit me up.
Take him off his training though.
Yeah. So. You know, but you know, I love the game. I love boxing, and like I want to be the best. I want to be the best, James. And like you know, I'm looking at every opportunity to be the best, to work with people that will allow me to be the best. And like you know, at the moment I'm training with a guy called Adrian Riley. From Reading, top coach. I believe he's the guy that's going to make me a champion.
No, that's good. I'm glad if he hears this, he'd be happy with that.
Hopefully you hear this.
Be happy with this. I think that, how old are you now? You're...
I'm 27.
27, so we're probably the same age.
Yeah.
I think like the future is, obviously we've got to promote the future, because obviously boxing when it's like early 30s, late 30s, 40s.
Late 30s, you know, usually, like for me, my retirement age is 36. I feel like I've got 9 more years left in the game. 36, 37, God willing, you know, maybe 10 years. But like 36 would be the perfect age for me to retire, you know, and like you know, and go out there and you know, influence the next generation of champions, because I don't want to just be a success for myself. I want to be a success to be an influence, because you know, there's always more life to have after boxing. But I feel like before I start thinking about helping each other, helping others, I've got to help myself and become a champion first. Late 30s, so that's my aim, that's my plan, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Fantastic, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wrap it up. Thank you very much. We're going to wrap it up here.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to see us. It was an absolute joy to hear your story. Best of luck in all your fights in the future.
Thank you.
We're definitely, Mal and myself, we're definitely obviously pushing on you and hoping for the best.
Nice. And thank you for this. You know, follow. You can let me let the fans know where they can follow me. Follow me on Twitter, Tamuka Mucha. Follow me on Facebook, Tamuka Mucha, Instagram, Tamuka Mucha, and is there any other social media?
Instagram you want there? Instagram you got as well?
Yeah, I just said that, Instagram, Tamuka Mucha, and I think that's about it really. You know, the journey is coming soon, and like before we end this, Luther, when I see you, I'm gonna smoke you, bro.
that's a big warning, so.
That's a big warning.
Fantastic. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Any questions, fly them over.